gonna stay around so she stays ridiculous.
So what about the what was the water that for the chemical constituents?
Who took pictures of the grapes? This is Sandra?
Sandra did grapes, but I did rocks.
You did rocks.
Rocks are more difficult because, for NMR there's a fundamentally low signal to noise ratio.
And NMR is what?
A nuclear magnetic resonance.
Ah.
And then,
And how does that work?
Yeah, how does that work?
Oh my god, it's amazing. So you put the atoms in the magnet and they align with the magnet. But there's a very low percentage of them that align with the magnet. It's like, 50.00001% will align with the magnetic field. But then
Why 50.001? That seems like a lot.
No,
it's about
percent.
half, right?
It's just over half, but that means that half are aligned against the magnet.
Okay.
And then when you apply the electromagnetic field, you tip them to the
Other pole.
Spin.
yeah, exactly. So you rotate the spin down, and then it precesses around the magnetic field, and that creates, because it's a moving.
Explain precession, my sweet baby.
Okay, so spin is like an angular momentum. I can't say those words. Angular momentum. And a moving angular momentum is a precession. Like if you took a bicycle wheel and you spun it and then you tilted the bicycle wheel and then it would precess. Can we stop?
So what was the angular momentum?
Let's continue.
Well, spin is an intrinsic angular momentum. The nucleus isn't actually rotating.
Okay.
It's an intrinsic property of a nucleus. It has an angular momentum. It's mathematical, it's not physical.
It's an angular momentum?
Yes.
Okay, so why were you taking pictures of rocks?
Yes.
Oh,
Or
okay.
or grapes, for that matter.
Well, grapes, who cares? We know what a grape looks like. But like a rock.
Yeah, because we've never seen rocks.
Some of us have seen a rock.
Are you sure?
How did you find the rocks?
Well, that's a good question. Where did these rocks
And
come
where's
from?
their selection process?
Define rocks.
Because suppose you're like, oh my god, is there oil in that rock? Then you need to do an NMR. And
Wait,
you can't
couldn't
do
just
NMR
look
because
inside of it?
this.
Yeah,
No,
why
because
not
it's
break
way
it open?
down. It's
Maybe
way
you got
down.
that super
Way
big.
down.
Way
Yeah,
down.
Way down. No, I'm cool. Way down, it's way down.
So you stick a probe down in there. Way down.
That's what
Like
she said.
a foot,
Okay, continue.
No, like you.
6,
hundreds of
7.
feet.
Yeah.
I got the
And
gun.
then after you stick it way down, and then what happens?
Okay.
And then you stick it in deep. And then
And
And then you can do
you
NMR.
get the gun finger.
Okay, so the NMR is happening, and we see.
Yeah. So if you know what kind of rocks are more conducive to oil, then you can detect oil less invasively than by doing.
Wait, can you do an NMR hundreds of feet under the earth?
Oh no, that was part of the problem. But
Small details.
still, we wanted to know about the rocks. I don't.
So why can't you do it in whatever, down 100 feet?
Well, because when you do a portable NMR device, the magnetic field doesn't penetrate very far into the.
It doesn't do it from the probe?
No, because you have to have two parts. So you have to have the magnetic field, and then you also have to have the probe, which
So if you had a strong
Which
enough
uses-
field,
Causes a
you
swing.
could do it.
yeah,
spin
it
or
causes
whatever.
it rotates the
So it
nuclear
means you'd have
spins
to have the
around the
external,
magnetic
very
field.
strong magnetic field
Yeah,
to get
and
that
then you
deep.
also, for the it's an electromagnetic pulse that causes, so that you can do anywhere. That you just need a
Like-
coil.
Or
all
like
you
a
need is a
nuclear
coil.
weapon.
Oh, for example.
Did you learn anything from the rock photos?
I did. I characterized them based on their I talked like a Californian girl.
A little
No,
bit. Continue. What does that mean? Simon, don't stop her. She's telling us about the rocks.
I know, but I
So-
just want to know what's right in front of me.
You can't stop the rock.
The T2 relaxation of the rock could tell us how big the pores were. So based on some I would plot the size of the pores versus the amount of signal, and that told us how big the pores were and how many there were. Also,
Which meant is more conducive to hold oil.
not necessarily.
Didn't tell you anything.
I was several steps away from actually being useful. I just put rocks.
That's government
I
right
took
there.
a rock, I put it in salt water, I stuck it in a magnet.
I see. But you knew you were several steps away from being useful, which is very
I
important.
did characterize rocks based on this important plot, which gave us the size. It basically, it's difficult to image the size of pores. You have to use an X-ray, and it's a topography thing, but with NMR, because of the relaxation depends on how close they are to the rock itself. So if it was faster relaxation, then we could say the pores are smaller. So the relaxation told us the size of the pores in an indirect way.
Shit,
Yeah.
really? You explain stuff for a living?
Go to hell. Oh my god.
Was that a Syrah?
Alright, wait, so why
Yeah,
couldn't we,
it's
for
delicious.
example, use
I want to talk about wine.
wait, why not
You're going
just
back to the grapes?
mercury intrusion porosimetry to, determine the size of the pores of the rock? So you just add pressure with mercury and they go into pores. It's a whole technique.
I
A whole
didn't
technique?
do that.
A whole technique.
You were there than
A whole technique.
That works.
It is
I just
a whole
break the
technique
rock.
for holes.
Yeah, but now you
You're
contaminate the
saying-
ground with mercury, though.
Well, and not in the ground. You have to, have a
You
rock
jug it up.
and then put it in there.
I see.
How does putting mercury in the pores tell you how big
You
they
guys
are?
have just convinced me
apparently,
that
I
I
think
never
it-
want to go back for a PhD.
The amount of, I think the amount of
That if I've done that, then my job is done.
Is
Because
it true?
seriously, no.
that is really, you don't want to go for a
FYI.
PhD. It's a
Oh my
It's
god.
kinda fun. I'm gonna do it at some point.
No, you really don't want to.
Just for fun. When I'm retiring.
I did it, okay, when I graduated from college, there weren't any jobs because of the bubble bursting, and also I didn't know what I wanted to do, so that's why I went into graduate school.
I had a job, but I was dumb enough to go back to school and really don't.
I know, like they paid me to go to school, I thought it would be like undergrad, it wasn't, it sucked, but there was a big magnet, and I kinda liked that part, so.
That's the reason why I didn't
Big
want to
money.
go to school the first time. I didn't have a big
I got it from Julie and Simon. That whole basket of Canadian money came from them.
Well, with the
Did
big
you do
magnet,
this?
it's pretty good because it looks like a
Probably.
spaceship, and also
This
you
is
can
no
shove
cash
up like
value.
probes and gradient
Have
coils
some
and
more
stuff into it.
tokens for.
All the time.
You gave me your old car wash tape.
I was thinking, like, what do I need?
Yeah,
And
some
it
of
You
was-
need a big ass
Or
magnet.
arcade.
Too bad.
Everybody does.
Too bad I didn't know you.
Do you have one now?
Like 11 years ago.
I don't. I wish I did. I knew this. Oh, I
If you
didn't
had
know.
one now, what would you do with it?